what Tacoma would I buy? So build and price, 2023 Tacoma. Personally, I'd wait for the 2024 because I like gadgets. I like a nice big touchscreen, and I like a smoother ride, and I like fuel efficiency. And currently, those are all, issues with this current model. Also, the four-cylinder is known to be unbelievably reliable, the 2.7 liter. However, I'd like it to make more power. So I've got a lot of hopes for the new Tacoma, but what model would I get? Well, here's the thing. I want an off-road model, but I want it with the least amount of equipment possible, because the sweet spot on the Tacoma is not paying for the gadgets, because the improved gadgets still aren't quite cutting it for me. So what I would probably want to get here is either the TRD off-road or the TRD Pro. Now let's check out what's cool about this website is you can come select added features here at any time. So what happens when we click here on added features? They're going to tell you what you get on the Pro. So you look at the whole list here, and when you look at crawl control, multi-terrain select, well, that's pretty important, but don't be fooled. You also get a multi-terrain select on the TRD off-road. You get the crawl control, you get LED daytime running lights, which that's just a question of good security when you're running LEDs. You get the hood scoop, the Fox shock absorbers, so very cool, like the Raptors over at Ford running Fox shock absorbers. Of course, power windows with driver side up and down. Don't be fooled, go on lower trims, you will get that as well. So they're sneaking in there, so we feel like we've got to buy, but that's not the case. You get, of course, the TRD Pro tailgate badge. Don't feel like it's all that important that they mention it when you can obviously see it in the picture. But you are getting a power slide tilt moonroof, blind spot monitor system. You're getting map updates for up to 3 years. You're getting a premium audio, and the audio at Toyota is good. The 7-speaker JBL audio system is good. You're getting TRD Pro leather seats, multi-terrain view monitor. You're getting excellent resale value. And Ford video guy, I do like that. I call these the tacos. And they are tacos. They're kind of, because they're not the most luxurious vehicle, this isn't your steak dinner. You can't get these with really impressive gadgets. You can't get them with a big quality touchscreen. Your backup camera is going to kind of be lacking. Your fuel efficiency is going to kind of suck, but you are getting a vehicle that's very, very reliable with great resale. So it's a dependable meal, like a taco. It's got a bit of everything that you need to, keep the system running. You got some veggies in there. You've got some meat. It's tasty, but is it the best meal you're going to have? No. However, unlike a taco, when it comes to resale, you're not going to be feeling so great often. You're going to be feeling great when it comes to resale on the Tacoma, but the whole time you own it, you're going to spend more on fuel. So definitely a huge point for the Ranger, which is why I'm more Ranger. Mind you, the new Tacoma, let's see what we get for engines. Will we finally get enough power to really make it interesting? I think we will. But TRD Pro is a lot of money. So it's a toss-up. Do you go all out and get the TRD Pro? If you like leather, yes. If you like a premium audio system, yes. But you're going to be spending $66,000 US dollars. That is a whole lot of money. So I'm kind of stuck here. If I had to get a Tacoma, I'm almost stuck between getting a base model at $42,000, and if anything, you can go cat skin and get the leather interior and throw on maybe a little lift kit and some bigger tires. I think this is where I would take M. Peugeot's advice. He did this with his Bronco. He really modded up his Bronco and made it a very, he's proven it. I've seen the pictures. He's turned it into a very capable off-roader, and it also looks top. But with the Bronco, feel the Wild Track is worth the money. It is a lot of money, but I feel it's worth it. Will the 2024 Bronco come with, a bit better touchscreen options, a better interior? That's maybe where they'll improve. I don't think the style should change that much because it is a beloved style. But for the Tacoma, I'm really stuck between just getting a base one. I think I'd have to just get a base, live with the cloth. If I like it, great. And if I don't, throw in cat skin for, a couple $1,000s for some really amazing leather. And just throw on, the base. Let's look here. Let's see the base. Those are good winter rims right there. Would I go SR5? Yes, I would. I'd just probably take a base, go with the SR5, have those mags ready, and just throw on some big old tires on them, probably some BF Goodrich KO2s. And if, there's people in the community here that will also recommend other tires, so go ahead. That's what the comment section is for. But I've got great experience with the KO2s because I can legally run them in the winter. That's the main selling point for me. And then they're pretty good off-road. They're pretty good all the time. But on ice, they're not great. But hey, ice. It's like one day out of the year. I can drive really slowly one day out of the year. TRD Sport. I don't know. You look down the list, and what's great is at least at Toyota, you can easily figure out what you're getting more out of the vehicle. But I think the sweet spot on a Tacoma is just get a base and throw on some nice wheels. And the Tacoma, you can get it as a manual, which is pretty interesting. But I do like the Ford Ranger's 10-speed. I really love the Ford Ranger's 10-speed, and I hope the 2024 Bronco, Ford, if you're watching, please offer us paddle shift as a little 2024 upgrade. That'd be awesome. The paddle shift on my Mustang is fantastic. So that's the show for tonight, folks. Anytime you're shopping a vehicle, don't be fooled. If you're shopping a Tacoma here, hey, dealers are very likely going to try to get a lot more money than the internet price. So you need to build it on the internet, figure out what you like, or go to the dealer, try them out. If it passes that test, then spend hours on the website really figuring what the perfect Tacoma is for you and print that price off. Because don't trust your notes, print it off. Because then you can actually, if they're like, well, why do you expect that price? You've got your notes. You can say, hey, this is what I want, and I want it at this price. Otherwise, I'm going to, go try somewhere else. So if they're trying to upsell the vehicle by $7,000 because it has, let's say, $1,500 or $2,000 or maybe even $2,500 worth of added things to it, like anti-theft, so on and so forth, well, then maybe at least you can get that $7,000 cut down to the cost of those products and just pay the cost, the extra $2,000 rough or $2,500. And if you can't, and if you can't, you always have the choice to go elsewhere. And what is also really nice is if they're collecting dust, locally Tacomas, they're not hard to get. So they would probably waive any add-ons that they're trying to get out of it, and are probably just happy. And you won't have too much trouble getting it at the MSRP. And you also need to keep an eye on what the interest rate is to make sure they don't send you to a bank at higher interest, and also if there are any rebates from the manufacturer. So that's how you get a Tacoma at the right price. If you're going to order a 2024 Tacoma or order a 2024 Ranger or a Canyon or a Colorado, same thing, build it online. So Ford, please have your build and price ready before the order dates, so that people can build them, figure out what they want, and that they can go into the dealerships with a print off and say, this is my 24 Tacoma, or this is my 2024 Ranger, Colorado, the ZR2 or the AT4 from GMC. You can go into the dealership with a print off, know exactly what price you should be paying. And then I'd say from there, just be open. Maybe the sales consultant will say, well, did you consider this equipment or that equipment? But if you've played with it online, you know what those are. If you have an intelligent smartphone, you can also make sure, if they're suggesting an equipment, you're like, wow, I really like that added trim or that added piece of equipment. you can make sure that you're getting it at the right price. And before you walk out, make sure you get minimum condition, a build sheet of your order signed by them, with them saying if it comes in as a 2024, you will pay this price. Hopefully, at Ford, what's cool is you can freeze your interest rate as long as it comes in as that model year. So if you order a 24, it comes in as a 24 Ranger, you get to freeze the interest rate, and you also get to freeze the price. So get that on writing, and if you can, best of luck, but ideally do get a lease agreement or a purchase agreement signed by them. That's going to show the price of the vehicle, the interest rate, as well as the different equipment that you've selected for that vehicle. And when they sign it and you sign it and you get that copy, well, that's going to be your price for when your order comes in. That is your trick, folks, to save thousands of dollars.